Today we're tackling a topic that often stirs up a lot of mixed emotions. We all know that feeling, right? When change knocks on our door and we don't know how to feel about it, we are quite unsure how to respond. Change can be unsettling even if it's for the better. But here's the thing, change can also be a gateway to growth, new experiences, and opportunities we might not even realize that we need. So in this video, we're going to explore practical ways to confront that fear and find the courage to embrace change as a catalyst for personal development. So if you ever felt that pang of uncertainty in the pit of your stomach or with your heart beating so fast when you are faced with change, stick around. We're going to navigate through the fear and come out on the other side with a fresh perspective. So let's dive in. Welcome to Conscious Matters. I'm Melissa. On this channel, I talk about conscious living through empowerment and holistic wellness, especially mindfulness. First thing first, learning how to let go. I'm not even going to go too deep into the importance of letting go of old patterns, habits, and situations that no longer serve us because I made a whole video about it a few months back. It was one of my first videos, so you can check that out. But what I can say is that when we hold on to the familiar, even when it's uncomfortable, even when we have outgrown that familiar place or person or situation or concept, can hinder our personal growth and block new opportunities that are coming our way. Staying stuck within these attachments instead of releasing those attachments, which can be emotional, material, or even mental. It can be, once again, a thing, a person, but it can also be being attached to an idea of who we are, of who we should be, or where we're supposed to head, or how things are supposed to be a certain way, or people are supposed to act a certain way. Staying attached to all of that can lead to resistance towards change. It's as if we are not making room for newness. We're not making room for a different way of looking at things. We're not making room to expand our minds, our heart to something that we deserve, something that is reachable, but in our head, we end up creating these walls and barriers unconsciously, even though consciously we want that new thing. We're ready to embrace change from a mental perspective, but unconsciously we have all of this entanglement of attachments that are hindering us to allow what's meant for us. And by learning how to let go, to release these attachments, is what helps us to live in the moment instead of living in the past or in the future. As I always say, the past has already passed and the future is yet to come. We are creatures of habit. That is a given. But when we keep on doing the same thing, hoping for different results, it is not gonna work. And what you used to do could have worked perfectly for past you, the past version of you. But today, that change might be your deliverance, might be what is propelling you forward, finally, after being stuck for so long. But for that, you need to open your mind, you need to open your heart, you need to make room for new experiences, you need to create that space for personal transformation. And if there is something that is certain in life, is change. Number two, be okay with uncertainty. If 2020 had taught us anything, is that nothing in life is certain. We were pretty much living day by day. So yes, uncertainty brings so much discomfort, so much fear and anxiety is often the core reason for fearing change. But once again, whether we fear it or we don't, change is gonna happen either way. It's a natural part of life. Life is cyclical, so obviously we're gonna have to confront change every single time. So now is our responsibility to approach it the healthiest and most empowered way possible. And to do that, I think it's extremely important to stay curious. Instead of staying fearful, to swap that perspective, to switch that perspective for curiosity. Instead of looking at change as something scary, as something that will make us lose what we already have, instead to look at it as an opportunity for growth, for new discoveries, as a chance to explore new paths and new perspectives, to meet new people, to make new connections because of that change. Seeing it as something that is, yes, challenging, but full of so many gems at the same time. So obviously being toxically positive is not going to help any of us. So acknowledging and not bypassing the fear and realizing that the fear is normal. We all fearful to some extent about different things, but especially change, because even if it's the one constant in our life, is something that we are most of the time fearful of because of not knowing what's going to happen if we take that step, if we take that leap of faith. So yes, acknowledge the fear, but feel the fear and do it anyway. Don't let the fear hold you back. Don't let the fear block you. Don't let the fear keep you stuck at the same place. Address the fear that accompanies the change and often paralyzes you, but it cannot dictate your actions. It cannot keep you on playing small because you're fearful. We love our comfort zone. We love familiarity. We love what we know, so we kind of feel expert in our little area, in our little bubble. But the goal of life is to grow. The goal of life is to keep on learning, is to keep on experimenting and experiencing. So obviously, without change, we're not living life. And you want to feel alive when you're living that life. You want to feel passionate, you want to connect, you want to go beyond what you thought were possible for you. Otherwise, it's as if you're already dead but alive. Alive physically, but not in your energy. But once again, we're talking about a fear that is deeply rooted in ourselves. So it's important to move forward, but not rush ourselves forward. To take baby steps, to gradually building confidence in facing change head on. Let's say that you have a job opportunity across the world, across from where you're living, the place that you know. So you know it's a great opportunity. You know that it's gonna bring so much into your life, in your professional experience, in making new connections, learning a new language, learning from a new culture, all of that. But you are scared because you never went so far by yourself. Plus, what's gonna happen to everything that you build in your hometown, your home, your family, your friends, the places that you know in your hometown? Are you gonna lose all of that, or is it better to hold on to all of that because you took so many years to build it up? So what if you don't manage to build up that much over there? What if you don't succeed and then you won't have built anything over there and you would have lost everything from where you left? So obviously that, rightfully so, brings a lot of fear and anxiety. But what if it works out? What if you build incredible connections over there? What if you build a new home over there? What if you are so supported in your career? What if you able to make a positive impact over there, and when you come back home for the holidays, you realize that the connection that you spent years to build are actually genuine, are actually long-lasting. So every time that you come back, you find back what you had with these people in your hometown, and then you go back to the life you created over there. And now, instead of having just one okay life, you have the other amazing life that you built, and now you have two incredible new comfort zones. So since I was talking about gradually getting to the point of not fearing change anymore, or at least feeling that fear but doing it anyway, for that example, if you never moved that far, maybe you can travel for a weekend or a week to another city in your country to show yourself that you are capable of handling yourself in a new area, in a new space that is completely unknown. It will be less unknown from across the world because it will still be the same language, the kind of same culture, with some newness. And maybe if you cannot travel a weekend or for a week somewhere in your country, maybe you can sign up to a group online of people from that country where your new job opportunity is at, and then meet up with them in your own hometown, like an expat group or something like that. So you get familiar with the culture. Little by little, you're getting out of your comfort zone. You can see that it's possible, and maybe these people can connect you with their friends or family that is already over there. So when you will arrive, you will at least have some connections to get you started. So it's finding little tricks every single time to push yourself out of your comfort zone, little by little. Otherwise, if you go too far, too hard, too fast, you're gonna scare yourself even more and then retreat back so much further. So it's about going one step at a time. Number 5, trust that everything is working out. Best case scenario. In our society, being negative is easier than being positive. Weird, I know, but it's still kind of the reality we're living in. So explore adopting a mindset of positive expectation because it can help alleviate the fear of change that you have. Believing that everything will unfold the best way possible for you, not for your friend, your cousin, your husband, you, the way that you are wired and triggered, the way that you go about things, your personality, so on and so forth. Things will work out the best case scenario for you. If it's really meant for you, you will get it. You will experience it. It can be today, tomorrow, or in 5-10 years, but if it's meant for you, it will happen. So learn to let go, release the attachment, embrace uncertainty, stay curious, but also stay hopeful. Trust in yourself, trust in your abilities, surrender to your path. If you are living authentically, if you are pouring your heart and you being fully genuine in your approach of things or with people, if it's meant to be, it will be. If it's not meant to be, it will not be, and that's okay. And once again, it will be something that you will also have to learn to let go. Trust the process. If I would have heard that as an advice a few years ago, I would have been so upset. But experiencing life, we have so little control. So let's keep on controlling what we can, which means our actions, our reactions, how we deal with our emotions, and how we express ourselves, and how we respond to situations and to people. But other than that, once you've done everything that you could, that you believed, that you trusted in yourself, in your path, in the universe that is way bigger than you, and you've been in action mode, you delivered the work, then your part is done. You have to be okay with putting your swords down and stop the resistance. Stop the resistance with your next chapter, resistance with the newness that wants to enter your life. And sometimes we are more ready than we think. So once again, the fear is here. It's okay. We can deal with the fear, but it cannot hold us back. Change is gonna happen, but everything is unfolding for the best. Like many of my videos, you know that I'm a holistic wellness advocate, so obviously I'm gonna talk about mindfulness practices or techniques that can help alleviate that fear, because that fear is pretty much us having ruminating thoughts that builds up that anxiety. So in order to release the stress, in order to release the fear, the anxiety, the negative thoughts, the whole crazy scenario that we're building in our heads, breathe. Deep breath work really help to regenerate the nervous system, to calm the nervous system. I'm not gonna get technical into how the nervous system works, but you can just go on YouTube and type deep breath work, because we don't even know how to breathe. So deep breath work is one thing, but also meditation. In the morning, just when you wake up, or in the evening, right before you fall asleep. That's when your brain waves are coming from delta to theta and vice versa. That's the moment in your whole day where your subconscious mind can absorb as much as possible while still being a little bit in a state of consciousness. So that's when you can feed your mind. 95% of your mind is the subconscious mind. So it's when you can feed it with everything that you need to empower yourself, to uplift yourself, to calm yourself down. So meditation at these times of the day is extremely powerful to reset yourself, to again calm your nervous system. And combining deep breath work and meditation can really help to ground ourselves and make us more centered, to be receptive to change without that crazy fearfulness, that having like that anxiety, our muscles all tied up. So to really embrace what's to come and feeling once again trustful of what's ahead of us. And it's okay, I got me, I can do it. Remember that change isn't the enemy. It's a faithful companion on our journey of growth. It's okay to feel apprehensive, it's okay, but it's even more empowering to acknowledge that within every challenge lies an opportunity to evolve. Once again, we are all fearful, but it's a matter of feeling the fear and doing it anyway. One step in front of the other. By learning to let go, aka releasing attachments, embracing uncertainty, staying curious, and trusting that everything is going to be okay when we are facing that fear of change head on, we are unlocking doors we didn't even know existed in the first place. The path of personal development and self-discovery is illuminated by our ability to embrace change, especially when it arrives unannounced. So the next time change knocks at your own door, invite it in. Embrace it with the understanding that it's steering you towards becoming the most evolved version of yourself. As we venture into the realm of the unknown because of that change, let's carry that wisdom of mindfulness and the strength of self-development. We've got this. We've got this. So thank you for joining me today, and remember that change is not a hurdle. It's a stepping stone on your journey to a more enriched life, an existence where you feel fully alive. So stay curious, stay open, and keep growing. And I have to repeat that, don't let your fear hold you back. Share in the comment section, how are you dealing with your fear of change? As always, stay true, keep showing up for yourself, and let your soul lead the way.